Hey, welcome back everybody. And we're going to talk about the WGA strike, the Actors Guild strike, even the Video Game Guild strike. I don't know if it's called the Video Game Guild or what the hell they even call it. But essentially what we have here is the screenwriters, the WGA strike is coming to an end, supposedly. Apparently they've come to some sort of tentative deal that, according to the union execs, they say it's an exceptional deal with meaningful gains and protections for writers in every sector of the membership. I mean, that's just what they're saying. Looks like there's about, oh boy, I don't know, God, there's probably about, 11,000, 12,000 screenwriters that have walked off the job, it says, since May 2nd. So yeah, we've had a 5-month strike, damn near setting a record. I think 70 years ago was the longest strike, if I'm not mistaken. So it sounds like they're going to get most of what they want. Again, they're not releasing the actual details because they can't, due to the fact that it's still being hammered out. But it sounds like they're going to be supposedly happy with the deal. There are some caveats to that, which I think are going to have a major effect on it. So, I mean, CNN does point some of that out. To their credit. Again, we have to give CNN credit once in a while for doing a decent piece of writing here. So what essentially they point out is that despite the fact that the WGA is getting what they want out of the deal, there are going to be some concessions that have to be made, and it's going to definitely not work out well for some of the writers in the long run. Essentially what we're looking at is that you're going to have a lot of projects, and we've already seen this. The studios have taken the opportunity to cancel a lot of projects that were in the works due to the strike and just blame it on the strike, which gives them the opportunity to save some money, cut some costs down the road, while at the same time using the excuse of the strike so they don't look like they're just abandoning ship, you know? And so what we're essentially seeing as the potential for this strike resolution is that there's going to be less projects to go around, which means less programs for people to watch, less movies to go see in the theaters. There's going to be this whole debate over how many writers were going to be in the writer's room could also bite the Writers Guild in the ass because of the fact that they are going to force the studios again to cut costs by having less writers in each project, or just having less projects across the board. So there is going to be, I think, some negatives that are going to hit these writers where they didn't expect it down the road. But I mentioned before that there's also the video game performers are voting to authorize a strike as well. So apparently video game performers are also part of SAG-AFTRA, which I did not realize. So that, again, we're not out of the woods with any of this stuff yet. Personally, I was enjoying Hollywood, kind of taking a break. I mean, hell, we were looking at a Hollywood strike and a government shutdown at the same time. It's like, good, let all these people go on like a lifelong vacation. So with that being said, the Actors Union apparently is still looking at their options. They are still on strike with no end in sight as far as I can tell, as far as the actors go. And again, it's not going to do much good if the writers are writing material for actors who can't act in any of these programs, any of these movies. So essentially what you have here is people are divided on this. Personally, most people I talk to couldn't care less if Hollywood ever comes back. I think the majority of people are sick and tired of these people. I mean, if you go back to 2020, all these actors pushing big pharma on you, pushing the idea of stay home, stay safe, don't go to work, all this crap, it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, while these guys got to go make believe for a living and make millions of dollars. And yet Variety and a lot of other websites that I've seen would show you that apparently, according to polls, 67% of Americans surveyed support the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes, which I find to be crap. Honestly, there's no way. I've seen polls online, again, Twitter, again, not an official polling place, but on Twitter, I've seen polls where 90% of the respondents are like, screw Hollywood, I couldn't care if they ever come back. So again, it entirely depends on where you're polling and how you're doing your poll. But I mean, one thing is, if these guys come back from their strike, we are going to get crap like this. The Office reboot. So apparently this is a thing. I've heard about this for a while. And as a huge Office fan, seasons 1 through 5, 6 and 7 were okay. But once Michael was gone, the show was dead to me. I've been skeptical of this is ever going to happen. Like, no way they could reboot it. I mean, even Steve Carell has come out and said in the past, there's no way they could have made this show in modern times, which is true because so many of my favorite GIFs and memes and quotes from that show are not considered politically correct for a modern audience, as you will. So this article here from Mashable claims that this is a definite thing that they are working on. It's apparently one of these things that has been in the works since right before the strike ended for the Writers Guild. And essentially what we're going to have, according to a lot of people who are looking at it objectively, if you will, is that you are basically going to have a show that doesn't have Steve Carell. It's not going to have, Jenna Fisher. It's not going to have John Krasinski. It's not going to have Rainn Wilson. And to be fair, most of those people would not work well in the roles that they had on the show to begin with. Okay, so that goes back to why are they even rebooting the show? The answer is because none of these people have an original idea in their head to save their life. Honest to God, none of these people can come up with anything new and creative that's worth watching, which is the exact same reason why I believe the majority of people don't care if this strike ever ends. We're all sick and tired of regurgitating the same crap from Hollywood, watching it, consuming it, spitting it out, crapping it out, watching it again. It's all gotten boring. And again, if they're going to redo this show for a modern audience, you just know what that means as far as demographics, as far as agenda, the orientation of the characters, the backgrounds, the politics of it. And this show, I mean, the thing that made The Office great, it was absent of any of that stuff. They had a diverse cast. They didn't get political. They didn't get to anything current time that was, going to offend one side or the other. It was just a great show. Or you didn't find it funny. That was the great part about it. You either liked it or you didn't. But apparently we're going to get this whether we like it or not. And I know it's going to be terrible, guys. Let's be honest. There's no way this is going to work. I could be wrong. Share your thoughts down below. Let me know in the comments. But honest to God, I am thinking this thing is going to hit the wall and it's just going to die instantly. But let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. We do have 2 channels, one for daily uploads, the other one for more of my live streams and hot takes. Links to both are down below, as well as the ability to join as a channel member for as little as $3 a month, and that'll greatly help us out. Much appreciated. We also have links to our Etsy accounts down below, as well as our website. We also have Locals and Subscribestar. If you didn't want to support us on YouTube, you can support us through those. Thanks again for being here, and we will see you on the next one.